The coronavirus 2019 is a natural disaster which approached our shores in late January of this year. During previous natural disasters or overwhelming external threats, our country has united and set down partisan arms for the preservation of America. Minnesotans had a right to expect us to do the same. Instead, Republicans in this chamber and in the other chamber have repeatedly stood on this floor and shouted at the governor to reopen this state, open our schools, liberate Minnesota, while many of us were hesitant to declare the best policy to manage a pandemic without first seeking advice from people who study infectious diseases. Our Republican colleagues brandished their ignorance and unstudied confidence as a badge of honor. In the words of the old adage, they were seldom correct, but never in doubt. There have been exceptions. Senator Benson has studied this virus as thoroughly as anyone here. Senator Rosen has been farsighted about the economic implications of a pandemic. These exceptions are the more striking for their lonely echoes. The list of blatantly incorrect ideas coming from the other side of the aisle is eye-popping. When false statements repeated loudly and frequently by politicians gain a foothold, and the very idea of calling something false may seem naive or outdated, but many of us remember a time when the truth was a thing that stood alone, unassailed by political slings. We remember that facts are stubborn things, and we stand prepared to defend them. Here's the truth that Minnesotans know. Republicans led by President Trump are wrong about this virus, and it has cost them their jobs. It has bankrupted their businesses. It has closed their schools. It has ruptured their families, and it has killed them by the hundreds of thousands in a slow, tortured, and withering death. We know from the experience of other countries that this was not inevitable. If Republicans had believed in science, if they had humbled themselves sufficiently to listen before they spoke, to learn before they declaimed, we could have shut down this virus as a unified country this spring, and our children would be buying back-to-school notebooks and pencils right now. We would be going to Target Field together to watch the Twins.